Hello everyone. So I'm here today to ramble about some random things, including updates. And I also remembered that at the end of the video that I uploaded with the sound cut off, I actually had some updates then. I think I remembered what I was talking about, so I'll include that with this video. But anyway, first of all, I'm here today with Jax, my Doll Zone Mo. And I'm actually here with him because as my birthday is next Wednesday, and I kind of went a little nuts and bought some doll stuff for myself that I mean, like, I could afford it, but I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that. Like, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done it. But it's already done and paid for, and both, I got the first item today, which are his pants. And I love these pants. They are from Starshine Designs, and you can't really see that, but it's from Starshine Designs on Etsy. And I saw these pants and I fell in love with them. And as I've mentioned, I am actually redoing my MSD characters, like just making them, I don't know, more stand on their own more, because I know MSD is not really my size, but as of late, I don't know, I've just have been getting more and more into them. I am getting more used to this size, and I'm starting to actually really like it. I think I blame Denali Wynn for that. I don't know at all exactly, but I'm getting used to the size, and I realized that, like, I want to give them some much needed attention. So I start with Jeannie with giving her her new face up, and part of the things I bought her for my birthday, I actually bought her a different wig, and I actually love her in her current wig, and I love her current wig, but in redoing her face up, I kind of accentuated her eyes a lot more, and it just gave her like a more kind of feisty look to me. I could be imagining it, of course, but I don't know. I see it every time I look at her, and it doesn't quite match the softness of her wig. So I wanted to try a fur wig on her, and I figured since it wasn't too expensive, I could give it a try. And if I absolutely don't like it, then I can use it as a spare wig, because I do not have MSD spare wigs at the moment, except for one, and that might go to my Doll Zone Elsa. We shall see. But I was like, well, it wouldn't necessarily be a waste, and I definitely want to try it out, because her face is just, I mean, her wig's not working with the face up. The face up's working for me, the wig's just not working with it. So I got her that. And for him, I got these pants, which I adore. They fit perfectly. I put in the comments that, here's the back, because I didn't notice in the back that they're all black. And they're checkered in the front, and checkered being one of my favorite patterns ever. I was so happy when I saw these. I just jumped on them, and I was very happy they fit. He is on the old boy body, or I shouldn't say old, I guess I should say in between boy body. So he does not have the big hips, but he's also double jointed, so he's not on the oldest body that Doll Zone has. But it comes with a rainbow belt, which I'm already just like really in love with, and I don't know, I was so happy to have got these for him. And I also, from Monster Designs, along with Jean's wig, I got him a new wig. I'm going to actually redo his face up, because well, I don't really have a big problem with this current face up. The thing is that he reminds me too much of Loki with this face up, my Dolly Zor. And I think it's because when I was doing Loki's character, I accidentally put aspects of what I thought was his character into him. So now I'm trying to reformulate his character, and I got him a like turquoise wig from Monster Designs, and I'm going to redo his face up. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm definitely um, going to be doing that. And I think I'm going to do it this weekend. I'm hoping, and I'm thinking that like I'm hoping to redo it better than this. Not like his face up is absolutely horrible, but like I did it the first time and it was just awful. And I stuck with this one because like it didn't look absolutely horrible to my eyes. I think I was just done. I don't know. It feels bad to say, but that's kind of what happened. Um, but I want to definitely give him more attention, for give him a new face up, freshen him up, and the shirt I got him is what's going to go with these pants, and I hope it fits and looks nice on him because it is for a slim mini girl, but it's an off the shoulder top, and I'm hoping that'll look really nice with his shoulders, like it'll fit him well because it's wide necked, and since his shoulders are wider, it may work out and still look nice. And let me think. I think that's all I got in Monster Designs order. And then I got these pants, and then I ordered a Leak World wig for my incoming Doll Chateau Queena. I got her one of the limited Leak World colors that came out. I can't remember the exact name. I want to say it's Spring Green or Spring Mint or so. It's very light green, and I hope that looks really cute on her. I'm really like overly excited to see her in it, and I definitely wanted to get it for her because I wanted her to be like her mom in a way, and just have um, strange colored hair, like they dyed it together or something. I don't know. And then the most exciting news next week on Wednesday, hopefully, I will be paying off finally all of my layaways, and I have 3 going on. One completely unintentional. Like I was only supposed to have 2. One being really cheap, and I've mentioned before, it's my Decadol shawl, one of those. And I'm getting a Decadol Peach with him, which is one of their tiny dolls. I opted to get that instead of joint hands. But thinking back on it, I wish I had gotten the jointed hands and maybe bought Peach later in tan. But I can't undo that now. So that is a-okay. I will deal with that. And then I will finally be paying off my Doll Chateau Queena and Douglas, which I figured should have got to me on card by now, but I didn't get an email about it. They emailed me saying that their dolls were on the way from Doll Chateau, but they never emailed me again. So that makes me think either my order wasn't in there or maybe they just didn't do it. We shall see when I pay it off if I get a shipping notice. So I was just supposed to have those 2 layaways, and that was it. And they were very manageable and everything. But then, silly me, or silly Soon, that is, and I remember mentioning this at the end of the video that the sound cut off. I have a Soon Brown Tan Dia boy on layaway, and I will finally be able to pay him off. I have seen the first pictures of them, of a Brown Tan Dia boy, and so gorgeous. Love the color. He looks remarkable in that color. I was afraid because soon I found out the whole backstory on why they offered this. It was really neat. Apparently, 3 years ago, someone had suggested that they release Dia and Tan, but Zoom said they couldn't really do that just for, that person. And so, like, they contemplated different ways to do it and everything. And finally, it, like, dawned on them to do a group order type thing, like a group order type thing. And they said, well, we can see about that. We might be able to do that. So that's when they started a petition to do Dia and Tan, and actually signed that petition. I actually didn't think anything would come of it, but I did sign it, and they ended up releasing it, and it came up at a very odd time because I had the other two layaways going on, and it was like, well, I shouldn't take on another one because I've been there, I've been there with the multiple layaways and just like being broke and annoyed at everything, waiting for so much and everything. I was like, I shouldn't do it. But I kept thinking about it, and I was like, I know I will regret it. And the biggest thing that made me really decide is the fact that, like, I'm like, if I ever want this doll second hand, it would probably cost me an arm and a leg. It's like, just thinking about it, I was like, knowing there's probably going to be at least a couple people who are like, oh, this doll's not for me. But being that it was a special order and they may not do it again, of course, people are going to hike up the prices. That's apparently just normal now. And I was like, I can't do it. I was like, I will regret not trying to get this doll. So I went ahead and put a layaway, and I can't wait to get him. He looks so great, and I'm so glad I went for it despite the brokenness I've had for the last 4 months. I'm like, oh my god, finally I can throw all this off of me. I'm so great. So I have all those dolls that will be incoming. They won't come in all at once because I know for at least the Tandia, I will have at the very least a month to wait. Though they're probably, knowing them, and since some have already went out, they may be ready to cast mine, but I don't know. It just depends on how much trouble I guess they have to go to cast it. And then I know my Decadol order is already in. That I got an email about. He's been in for like 3 months. And I was hoping to pay him off early, but then soon happened, so there was no way. And then let's see. I ended up putting on layaway. I know, I just said no more layaways, but there was actually a specific reason for this, and it was actually really cheap. I put a fantasy doll body on layaway for my Volks School D head. I just went ahead and did it, even though people have said that the new normal resin does not match Volks exactly anymore. And I was just like, I have to go for it because I really want him to have a body. And I was like, I will blush to match or do something. I'll make it work. I mean, my Kindle Kokoro head does not match her body, and it actually really does not bother me. It bothered me at first, of course, because she was my first, between companies hybrid, but now I don't really even see it anymore. So I figure if it's not an exact match, it probably won't bother me too much, but we'll see when I get the body. But the reason why I put him on layaway is, first of all, he was really cheap. I actually put him on a 6-month, even though I didn't need to. I did just to get into Mint on Card's ordering period, because their ordering periods for fantasy dolls are really funky. Not sure why, but like it was just really funky. I'm like, I have to get in on this because I don't want it to be like another 3 months before I can get him a body. And I'm tired of floating heads. I just am. But also because I have a character for him and I want to bring him to life like as soon as I can. So yeah, there's news on that. Now, as for what to do when my layaways are over, I was going to start saving up for my, what I'm calling, massive Doll Zone order, because I plan to put a Doll Zone Leslie, a Doll Zone Miss Kitty, and a Doll Zone Maka, I believe, on layaway. But I want to wait till an event for Doll Zone, and I figure the next one that I'd be even interested in would probably be July, but I'm not sure. I'm going to see what comes up in June, of course. But if nothing comes up in June, then I'm going to take advantage of another sale going on at Miro Doll. And if you haven't heard of this sale, they're doing a spring sale and it's 40% off everything. So I'm getting a 60 centimeter boy body for like $100, and it's a very nice looking body. I plan to get that for my LRO8 head, or my little rebel Hachi head, just to try it out. To be perfectly honest, I don't know if it'll match exactly, but for some reason, I'm really intrigued to see that head on like a muscular body. And Mirabelle's 60 centimeter body is muscular. I'm intrigued by that combination, so I plan to do that. And then I plan to also, if I have the money, get a Mirabelle Wind in dark chocolate. For some reason, like, I fell in love with her and I want her in dark chocolate, just pretty much just to have that skin tone, because or resin color is probably better to say, but just to have it, because it's a very dark and nice color, and I love how like dark brown it is. I just love it. But that's a maybe. I mostly want to get the body. Definitely, because I definitely want to start getting rid of some floating heads. I'm getting, just like, for some reason they're annoying me right now. I think it's because it feels like incomplete. So yeah, so that would be my plan for next month. And then after that, I'm pretty much, going to save up for my Doll Zone order and my Dollmore order, because I want to get my Dollmore girl, whose name just fell in my head, so I can't tell you which Dollmore girl, but I went to get her, and I'm actually thinking maybe of adding a Dollmore, is it Narsha, to the order? But I have to see, and that won't be for a while, because I have to save up for that, I believe, unless Fabric Fiends, I believe it's Fabric Fiends or Fabric Friends. It's one of the two, whether they can help me. They do actually do layaways. In fact, they do layaways for the, for Dolmar. It's like, big girls with Trinity, and the main one just went on my head. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. Like the big girls, they do a layaway for them that like can last a year. Like, you can lay away that doll for a year, which is pretty good, being that they're like $1,500. So yes, that's all really I can think of. Except that, like, it, for some reason today my mood has been severely lifted in regards to the hobby, and I think it's because I am starting to learn that when things are affecting me negatively, I should just take a break from them. So, like, I actually ended up taking a break from most online BJD activities and escaped to the supernatural fandom. And that actually helped me put my dolls back into perspective. But now the supernatural fandom is affecting me negatively. So I'm back to dolls again, and I was like, maybe I should just do that. Like, when one's driving me nuts, go here. When the other's driving me nuts, go here. And maybe it would just be better for my mental health. I definitely need to learn that, because I was in the Tokyo Hotel fandom. I still pretty much am a fan of them. I love them and everything, but I had to break away from that fandom, because, like, it would get negative really quickly, and I'm like, I can't deal with this and like deal with my actual life. It's just too much. So yeah, I'm glad to be back in the dolls again, and I'm hoping this weekend to A, do his face up, B, finish my Only Doll Teen Union's face up, and also, and I don't want to do this, but I have to, also restring some people. I did an order. This is one thing I was reading. I did a Cool Cats order because of Denali Wen. I was very thankful for the suggestion, because Rye, my dog's only two, he is 72 centimeters, and he has never been strung right. Like, he was strung tight when I got him, but I think he needs thicker string, because he's always been floppy but yet strung tight. It's really weird combination. So, because he's like over 2 years old, and I just want to give him some TLC, I got him some new string, and I've the order came in. I have to pick it up this weekend, so I'm like, I might restring them this weekend, which would be pretty awesome. And then also the strings coming in for my Leap World Ariana and Ashley. Not only is their string coming in, I got them S hooks that I hope work out, because the way they're strung right through their wrists, and I can't go on like that. I have to restring them so that their strings in their chest where I personally like it, so it makes their head easier to get on and off. And then I will hopefully start to work on the face ups. And then I'm going to restring Junie because I need to take the hot blue suede out of her knees and either redo it really thinly or just not do it. Because the way it is now, there's a gap in her knees, and it's awful. Like, and like it's been that way for a while, but I hate restraining. I just hate it. So I haven't been wanting to do that with her, but I'm going to have to, because it's to a point where I can't really pose her too well because there's just too much of a gap at her knees. And she actually doesn't pose as bad as you would think for a resin sole. I know that actually, like, resin sole bodies like drive people insane, but I actually pretty much like her body except for where I messed up hot glue swaying her knees. So I'm planning to fix that. So I'm hoping to have a busy doll weekend. I'm hoping to have a busy doll weekend. Because, yeah. Anything else? Oh, what? God. I keep thinking of things. Because it's been a while since I've done an update video, so I just keep thinking other random things. Another birthday present I actually managed to get. And I was actually very happy about this because I mentioned I wanted to get it, but I wasn't sure I'd be able to. I got Vi, my boy and girl Sky, a lamb hat from Guppy Kisses, and I've always wanted one. And I believe, is now taking commissions on Den of Angels, because I thought the only way to get one is through their Etsy shop. And I always miss them. Like, they always are going like that, or or it's in sizes that I don't need, like, or it'll be Monster High dolls or Blythe, which would be too big. So I was very happy to stumble across her commission thread, and I commissioned one, and I believe it's shipped already. I'm hoping it did, so I can get it Saturday and maybe take some pictures, but we shall see. I have to check to see if that shipping notice was actually for that or not. But I'm very excited about that. So, I don't know. I plan to have a very dull weekend, complete with going to see the Great Gatsby. So, yeah. Okay, that I think is officially it. So thank you very much if you watched all of this. And if you have any thoughts or opinions on Miradol, feel free to leave them in the comments, because I'm pretty much trying to gather all the information I can, because while the bodies are at a phenomenal price, like I'm serious, 40% off is amazing. While the dolls and the bodies are at a fabulous price, I don't really want to waste money. So, if you have any thoughts or opinions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will probably see you this weekend, because I'll probably do another video just with how my restringing attempts went, and if it helped my Leap World girls, because if you have big-headed girls, you should know that the art body is a challenge. I will call the Leap World art body a challenge. A horror may be a better word, but but anyway, so that's all I can think of, you guys. Thank you very, very much, and talk to you later. Bye.